I might have found the best card to help get you more wins in FC25. But why are they possibly the best? Well, I'm testing the most overrated popular Thunderstrikers card because through research, this is the most used and abused cards in the Thunderstrikers promo with the most amount of games played by the community. But with people leaving a whole bunch of wild positive and negative reviews on the card, are they actually true? Well, we have to find out and see. And I believe I'm the right guy for the job because I consistently get rank 2 to rank 3 in FUT champions and also play in the elite division. So I believe I can use my ability to decide if this card is wondrous, mid, or doo-doo and good enough by testing them out. So let's find out if this card deserves to be overrated and popular or is a bait and you shouldn't actually use it. And the card we are talking about is Michael Olise. But we gotta look at the very important thing about a card, which is the playstyles and the actual in-game stats. But before we do that, let's talk about this right here. Got 4-star skill moves and a 4-star weak foot. So basically pretty decent, not over the top. And got the lefty like Messi. And the best of the best, as we see right here, hitting with the finesse like Messi plus. Now remember, playstyles are even more important. So we're gonna see the in-game stats, then the playstyle. And looking at the price, looking solid. But if he doesn't have the playstyles, it might ruin it. The dribbling, being a 6-foot biggity possibly, with 95 agile and 93 balance. Oh my word, looking lovely. Well, those are just a few things on the stats, but what about the playstyle? Other than finesse like Messi plus, he's got incisive pass, so he can be a dimer like OG Magic Johnson, you get me? And he's got whip pass, so his playstyles are looking pretty nice. But there's a major problem. He doesn't have rapido, regular, or quick step, so he might be a very slow being. But with me being a little bit critical and also saying some of the positive things about this card, it's a whole different story with the community, and they have things to say about him like this. With someone saying, not gonna lie, he good, but pretty slow. Now looky here. I spoke about him not having rapido, or quick step. So is this claim actually true? This might be one of the most important things because we know pace is very shaky in this broken video game. But let's continue because this guy Jay Slayer said he will be 1 mil plus. This promo's cheesa. Crazy silver playstyles, upgrade ability, finesse plus, chem link. So by the end of this video, you'll find out that this card is actually worth 1 mil. Was this guy correct? Now this other guy says, how is bro 54 strength being 6 foot lad? But then this guy Chris who says he still bullies defenders in game. So we'll see if Michael Olise is gonna actually somehow show some strength or he's an actual puss in boot. You get me? Then Diggsy says, great content, but the gameplay is so, oh shoot, wrong comment, but facts. If only the gameplay was so, oh my goodness, people really hate this garbage. Now this guy says, he's great, but I don't think he's a card for everyone. I understand the hate comment, but I personally like him. Trivela and finesse like Messi plus and roll plus are making him deadly. I love to play curve Trivela true passes on my striker, so he's great for me. So what I take away from this is that this guy thinks this card is absolutely amazing. So we're gonna find out if this card is amazing. But the main important thing is that finesse like Messi really hitting like it should? Because some cards have the finesse plus and it don't be hitting like that. But let's put all of these claims to the test and see if he deserves to be the most popular overrated Thunderstrikers card, or is he literally just basically garbage and mid? Now I'm not gonna lie to you, finesse like Messi playstyle is one of the most, if not the most broken playstyle in this game that will help you score so many goals to get you more wins. So we'll have to find out if this card is broken with the finesse like Messi. But before we get into that, we have to figure out if his pace is nice. Olises. No. Thank you for your mercy. Olises. Oh, that does not have quick step. Comes off horrendous there. Grimaldo. Good attacking run there. Olises, pace. They said his pace is poor. Olises. Yo, it's not looking that bad. Wow, yo, he really has some pretty good pace. One more pace test on Olises. Now we're gonna see how deadly his finesse like Messi is, but we have to see if he's a puss in boots though. Can he actually hold off some of these defenders? He's 6 foot though. Okay, strength from Olises. That is a foul. This game is the most broken, delayed, garbage dribbling game. The best way to determine a card is actually great is if that finesse actually turns out to be broken. And if it's not, then he might be mid. But before we see that, let's test him out in the cam shadow position that they said. Nice in the cam position. Olises. Olises with the penalty. And I go. Olises. Hit it with the finesse like Messi. You know what I'm saying? Olises in the cam position. That was a solid pass. Because you know how bad passing is in this horrible video game. So now we got to see if Olises finesse like Messi is really top tier. There he goes. Olises. Hit him with the finesse like Messi. Oh! Oh, wow. Give him the heart because we love to see it. Ah, that angle, the finesse is not crazy. Hit him with the finesse like... Bro, no. What? Now, right here, I'm about to tell you important information about this card that you really need to know in order to determine if he's actually popular for no reason and overused, or he's actually a solid card you must pick up. And so with the claims being made by this card, Olise, which ones came out to be true and which ones came out to be false? Now, when they're talking about his pace, saying, not gonna lie, he good, but pretty slow. Now, for me, using Olise's, I believe that's absolutely cap. This guy was actually moving pretty fast, especially for this game, where pace is basically non-existent. Olise's pace is actually good. Now, they said he would end up being 1 mil, calling him this promo's Chiza. Now, I believe, as we check the market currently, Olise's is 450k. He didn't make it to 1 mil, but he's still pretty expensive, especially being in the Bundesliga. Now, they said bro has 54 strength. He still bullies defenders in game as a response. Now, for me, using this card, I'm not gonna say he's an absolute puss in boots, but he ain't really bullying anybody. But he has the ability to hold off the defense a little bit. But there were times that he would kind of get bodied. So I'm gonna say that he doesn't move like 54 strength though. So I'm gonna still give him the W for that. Now, he's insane at Cam Shadow Striker. 10 goals in 3 games. Now, that is wild. But I remember I was playing him on the right mid position. Then I did a formation change and put him in the Cam position, and I saw a lot of effectiveness for him. So, to be honest, he's actually really good on both sides, RM and Cam. But what's better? I'm gonna say he was getting more goals in the Cam position because it was central. So I think this is also a true too. He's still pretty good in the Cam position. But with that being said though, is his finesse like Messi's crazy? And are they overpowered and very helpful? Well, overall, we'll talk about the card in general. Is this card wondrous, mid, or doom? Now, while I use this card, he had very good movement. Dribbling ability isn't the craziest, but it's still responsive enough. His finishing and clinicality ability was actually pretty world class, especially in this game. That finesse like Messi was really top tier. So overall, I actually believe Olise is wondrous and actually not overrated in a bad way, but overused and overrated for a reason, because he's actually a solid card. Pick him up if you can. But also find out if this card right here is worth being picked up. Adios.